Alrighty, everybody, welcome back to another video. Today, it's SCP-939. I think it was just called With Many Voices. And that picture is freaking scary. Of course, this video is, again, by TheVolgun, and because that's where I've been watching all these SCP ones from. So if you want to go to his channel, it is linked down in the description, as well as another video from him called What Are SCPs? Or SCPs Explained, I think it was. But yeah, if you don't know what an SCP is, I do have that video linked in the description below too, so you can, learn if you're interested. Anyway, with that said, there are like a lot of numbers in that first line. It says SCP-939 with many voices object class Keter. I can't get enough of the Keter class. They are a lot of fun. But anyway, again, that image is so weird. Let's get into it. Let's see what this thing does.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Hi, Dr. Miller.
My name is Dr. Miller, and the SCP we're going to be looking at today is SCP-939. Object Class, Keter. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-939-1, 3, 19, 53, 89, 96, 98, 99, and 109 are kept in cell 1163A or 1163B.
So there's 9 of them?
10 by 10 by 3 meter containment chambers within armed biocontainment area 14. Both cells are environmentally regulated and negatively pressurized, with walls constructed of reinforced concrete. Access to these cells is regulated by an outer decontamination chamber and inner gas-tight steel security doors.
Gas-tight? So there's no oxygen in there, or what?
Are constructed of laminated ballistics glass, 10 centimeters in thickness,
that's
protected
big.
by a 100 kilovolt electrified mesh. Humidity is maintained at 100% at a temperature of 16 degrees Celsius. Specimens are monitored at all times via infrared cameras. Level 4 authorization is required to access SCP-939. Their containment areas, or the observation chambers. SCP-939-101 is dismembered and stored in cryogenic preservation tanks 939-101A to 939-101M.
Damn.
Bioresearch Area 12.
Why is it in so many pieces?
SCP-939-101 requires authorization by 2 Clearance Level 3 personnel, one of which must be present for all research and testing.
So what I get from that is that thing is chopped up into pieces, but it's somehow still alive? Either it can regenerate or it can stick itself back together, but is that the biggest threat then? 101-101, 939-101?
The contents of only one 939-101 tank may be accessed at any given time. Core temperature of SCP-939-101 tissues must be monitored while removed from cryogenic preservation. Should core temperature exceed 10 degrees Celsius, tissues are to be returned to their corresponding tank and all testing suspended for a period of 72 hours. Barring core temperature exceeding 10 degrees Celsius, research of SCP-939-101 tissues may continue, as long as its ramblings and pleas for release may be tolerated.
I'm sorry, what?
Containment cells should be cleaned bi-weekly.
So wait, does that mean like any piece of it can be talking? That's okay, that's interesting. So I guess that's interesting. Okay, I thought it was kept so cold so it doesn't like start regenerating or nothing, but apparently it's still is conscious the right word for this? So it is, even though it's kind of frozen, it's still conscious and it's able to talk. And it says ramblings and pleas for release. Even though it's cut up through A to M. How many pieces is that? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M. That's 13. Oh god, that's a lucky number. But goddamn, okay. 13 pieces, and I guess it's saying any piece can start rambling and beg to be released.
While this takes place, SCP-939 specimens will be transferred to the adjacent cell.
Mm-hmm.
During this time, the cell's door and observation window must be inspected for damage and repaired or replaced accordingly.
So is so so are the ones that aren't 939-101 all in one piece then? Is that what that's saying?
Heavy sedation of all SCP-939 is required before any interaction,
I guess they
including
are.
transfer between cells and experimentation, may take place.
Mm-hmm.
See document 939-TE4 for transfer and experimentation protocol. Level C hazmat gear is to be worn by personnel during interactions with SCP-939 specimens, and in any areas which SCP-939 have been known to inhabit. Afterward,
Okay.
standard decontamination procedures are to be observed by all personnel involved to ensure no secondary spread of amnestic agents occurs.
Okay, so it spreads like some kind of
Following
virus-like
incident
thing.
ABCA 14-939-3, all non-D-class
Okay.
personnel interacting with SCP-939 for any length of time are required to wear 2 waterproof electronic pulse monitors for the duration of such interaction. These pulse
Why?
monitors will transmit to a wireless monitoring system independent of a facility's main power grid, with at least one backup power system on standby. Should both
What?
individuals' pulse monitors flatline or otherwise
Oh.
malfunction, the wearer will be presumed dead. Personnel
Oh.
instructed to disregard all the wearer's subsequent vocalizations and a breach of containment declared automatically. Security personnel responding to such a breach are likewise required to wear these pulse monitors. Additionally, all live SCP-939 must be implanted with subdermal tracking devices upon capture.
So these things were people at one point? Is that what's going on? Hopefully it explains that.
Description: SCP-939 are endothermic, pack-based predators which display atrophy of various systems similar to troglodytic organisms.
Okay, sorry. Sorry. I just realized what that picture reminds me of. It reminds me of the evolved form of the worms. God, what was that? What was that movie? Tremors? It's a really, really, really old movie where it was like giant worms underground that like that can sense vibrations by of people like even walking on the surface, and they're huge freaking worm-like things, and they just come up and eat you. And I think it was like the second or maybe third movie they evolved into like two-legged, big-headed velociraptor-looking things, and it reminds me that thing. This image right here reminds me of that thing. If you've never seen it, look it up because it looks really similar to that.
The skins of SCP-939 are highly permeable to moisture and
Okay.
translucent red, owing to a compound chemically similar to hemoglobin.
Translucent.
SCP-939 average 2.2 meters tall, standing upright, and weigh an average of 250
big.
kilograms.
That's a
though
pretty big
weight
boy.
is highly variable. Each of their 4 limbs end with 3-fingered claws with a 4th opposable digit, and are covered in setae, which considerably augment
Setae?
climbing ability. Their heads are elongated, devoid of even vestigial eyes or eye sockets. and
That's really
contain
sounded
no
like those
brain
things from
casing.
Tremors.
The jaws of SCP-939 are lined with red, faintly luminescent, fang-like teeth,
Oh,
similar to
That
those
doesn't.
belonging to specimens of the genus Cheoliadus, up to 6 centimeters in length, and encircled by heat-sensitive pit organs. Eye spots, sensitive to light and dark, run the length of their spined dorsal ridges. These spines may be up to 16 centimeters long and are believed to be sensitive to changes in air pressure and flow. SCP-939 do not possess many vital organ systems. Central and peripheral nervous systems, circulatory system, and digestive tract are all absent.
so they're predators.
SCP-939's respiratory system is atrophied and serves no apparent purpose beyond spreading AMN C227.
Is that the virus-like thing that kills other people, and I guess turns them into them? So they don't breathe, they don't got a stomach, they don't got a circulatory system, nervous system, so they don't feel pain. They don't have flowing blood apparently. and they don't have a digestive tract, but they still eat? Because it said pack predators, so I'm assuming.
SCP-939 have no apparent physiological need to feed, nor any way to digest consumed tissue. Ingested material typically accumulates in the respiratory system of SCP-939 and is regurgitated once the amount is sufficient to markedly inhibit its function.
So they're kind of like Titans from Attack on Titan.
Despite the absence of many vital organ systems, SCP-939 are capable of bearing live young.
I'm sorry?
Addendum 1016, 1991. SCP-939's primary method of luring prey is the imitation of human speech in the voices of prior victims. Though imitation of other species and active nocturnal hunts have been documented, SCP-939 vocalizations often imply significant distress. Whether SCP-939 understand their vocalizations or are repeating previously heard phrases is the subject of ongoing study. How SCP-939 acquire voices is not currently understood. Specimens have been documented imitating victims despite never hearing the victims speak. Analysis of SCP-939 vocalizations cannot distinguish between SCP-939 and samples of known victims' voices.
I mean, these are creatures that are surviving without a respiratory system, circulatory system, apparently no brain, and no internal organs, and lungs that are usable for anything except storing whatever the hell they chuck into the mouth. So, you know, being able to copy a voice of somebody they've eaten is not that big of a stretch, it seems like.
The use of biometric voice recognition security or identification systems at any installation housing SCP-939 is strongly discouraged for this reason. Prey is usually killed with a single bite to the cranium or neck. Bite forces have been measured in excess of 35 megapascals.
At least they one-shot you, you know? God, the way it looks like it'll have fun tearing you apart, piece by piece, letting you survive as long as possible, feeling every bit of pain and torment it can, you know, dish out on you until you wish for a death. And then it just leaves you for a minute. And then it comes back and finishes you off. But no, they one-shot you. So that's appreciated. You know, if I were to be hunted down by something, I would appreciate that hunting thing to just one-shot me. You know, don't let me notice I'm dead. That's all I ask.
SCP-939 exhale minute traces of an aerosolized Class C amnestic, designated AMN-C227. AMN-C227 causes temporary anterograde amnesia, inhibiting memory formation for the duration of exposure, plus an average of 30 minutes. It is colorless, odorless, and tasteless, with an estimated ETC-50 or inhalation of 0.0015 milligrams per cubed volume of the area exposed.
That's not a lot.
In well-ventilated or open-air environments, risk of exposure to ETC-50 is greatly reduced, but not negligible.
Mask up, people.
AMN-C227 is typically undetectable in the bloodstream 60 minutes following cessation of exposure. Reported sensations of disorientation and mild hallucinations immediately following removal from environments saturated with the agent are similar to recreational use of numerous psychoactive substances and easily mistaken as such.
I guess that makes it easier for them to hunt people.
March 23rd, 2005. This report pertains to Morphology Alpha. For information regarding Morphology Beta, see Experiment Log 914, AMTF News 7, After Action Report.
It's all redacted. Okay, so
Addendum.
Guess we're not getting that.
April 11th, 1982.
Oh.
Due to SCP-939's intense aversion to bright light, it has been deemed a minimal risk of escape. Standard fluorescent hallway lighting is sufficient to deter SCP-939-1 from leaving its darkened cell. The following addendum has been stricken from the document, and we are advised to see Addendum September 20th, 1991. Addendum June 29th, 1987. Preliminary research into AMN-C227 suggests potential use as a general-purpose amnestic.
Of course.
Methods of mass-producing the agent,
Why
as
not?
well as possible adverse effects, are being investigated at Biocontainment and Research Site 6.
I mean, how many times have they given people amnestics and released them that got exposed to, like, SCPs? I mean, I guess it's okay unless it starts transforming people into that thing, which then it won't be okay.
Addendum October 3rd, 1990. AMNC 227 has been approved for use as a Class C amnestic.
Okay, is it
Projected
still
annual
used?
production at Bioresearch Area 12 by SCP-939 respiratory tissue cultures is expected to surpass 3 liters.
Ew.
And again, that following addendum was stricken from the official document.
Ah, well,
Addendum.
it wasn't a good idea
September
then.
20th, 1991. Containment of 9 SCP-939 specimens has been compromised following a Silent Night breach scenario at Biocontainment and Research
that mean?
Site 6. Nearby civilian settlements have been evacuated on the pretense of a coming storm.
I mean, I
Recovery
guess they
teams
are
have been
storm.
deployed to the area.
So all 9 of them got out?
Addendum. October 16th, 1991. In light of this, all interaction with SCP-939 from September 8th to October 7th in the Northern Hemisphere or March 6th to April 4th in the Southern Hemisphere is strictly forbidden.
What kind of seasonal bullshit
No
are they
male specimens
pulling?
of SCP-939 have yet been identified. Contain a Class B amnestic. See reproduction of SCP-939.
I'm kind of scared to say what I'm thinking right now because of this, but no male specimens have yet been identified, contains a Class B amnestic, and then it goes to see reproduction of SCP-939. March 6th to April 4th in the Southern Hemisphere, and then what was it? What was the Northern Hemisphere? Sorry, I need to go back for a second. September 8th to October 7th in the Northern Hemisphere. Okay, so there's no males. They have a Class B amnestic, which I'm assuming is stronger, and you can't interact with them in a certain time frame depending on your hemisphere. And the last line says "see reproduction." It's making me think they're using human males as a reproduction partner. Maybe. Just with all those details in there, is like they find some dude during that time. Instead of eating them, they use the Class B amnestic on them, and then essentially do what God, what was that character? Anissa from Invincible, what she did to Mark to those people that they amnesticized. I don't know, I could be wrong. We're about to read the reproduction apparently, but that's where my head is at right now.
See reproduction of SCP-939.
Okay.
Document number 939-0062.
I might be wrong. I hope I'm wrong.
SCP-939. On September 25th, 1992, SCP-939-1 gave birth following a gestation period of roughly 12 months.
Damn, that's a
Letter
long time.
SCP-939-A contained 6 specimens,
Oh.
numbered SCP-939-A1 to SCP-939-A6. SCP-939-A1, A4, and A5 were male, while A3 and A6 were female.
Okay. Now there's some males.
SCP-939-A2 was stillborn and immediately cannibalized by SCP-939-1.
I mean,
SCP-939-1 made no attempts to interfere with the confiscation of its offspring.
Huh. So it doesn't really give a damn about them, huh?
SCP-939-A1, A3, A4, and A5 found them to be morphologically and genotypically indistinguishable from healthy human infants.
Okay, now you're just further, like, making me think what I said is completely right. I was hoping you disprove me, but no, you're making me think that more and more that I'm correct.
The remains of SCP-939-A1 and 939-A3 are kept preserved in biological materials storage units 939-026-C and 939-026-D, respectively,
Okay.
within Bioresearch Area 12. Remains of SCP-939-A4 and SCP-939-A5 were incinerated. SCP-939-A6 will be transferred to for observation
They're
as
letting
it
one
matures.
mature,
It will undergo monthly physical examination, supplemented with any additional measures deemed necessary.
Okay, that's interesting. They want to see what the
Document
hell
number
happens to it, I guess.
939-A6-16. Transfer of Dr.
Oh, what did he do? Oh, I guess we'll never know. It's been redacted, so.
Note: March 16th, 1997. After overhearing numerous conversations between personnel, SCP-939-A6 has come to believe its name is Keter.
Oh.
Given the marked positive effect on its mood, staff are advised to neither encourage nor discourage this assumption. Both its mental and physical development have remained consistent with human norms.
So now it can talk.
Document number 939-A6-33.
What does it sound like?
Emergency medical log SCP-939-A6.
Uh-oh. Did it have a heart attack?
Date: January 9th, 2001. At approximately 2,000 hours, SCP-939-A6 began acting increasingly unsettled. When questioned, it reported a sense of malaise.
Malaise?
Breathing was observed to be rapid and shallow. SCP-939-A6 was escorted to the medical ward for further examination.
Hold up, I really... Okay, they're using so many big words that I don't understand. I need to look up what the hell malaise means. How's it spelled? M-L-M-A-L-A M-A-L-A I-S-E. What the hell is malaise? A vague general feeling of being unwell, uncomfortable, or out of sorts. How does the fucking SCP know these big ass words?
Heart rate was measured to be erratic, averaging 190 beats per minute.
Ooh.
No further anomalies were observed.
Okay.
SCP-939-A6 was administered a benzodiazepine and returned to containment. Probable panic attack. Trigger undetermined.
Okay.
Date: January 10th, 2001. At approximately 0430 hours, SCP-939-A6 reported the same symptoms, accompanied by a mild headache and aversion to light. Examination returned identical results to the previous day. SCP-939-A6 instructed to rest, administered a sedative, and returned to containment.
Yeah, he's gonna snap eventually,
Date:
seems like.
January 24th, 2001. Symptoms outlined above persisted for 2 weeks before intensifying. SCP-939-A6 destroyed the lighting fixture in its enclosure and was found to have assumed the fetal position underneath its bed at 0140 hours.
So it doesn't like the light.
A6 staunchly resisted leaving its chamber, requiring it to be carried to area medical ward. It complained of a severe headache and intense aversion to light, hypersensitivity to auditory stimuli, intense chest and abdominal pain, and uncomfortable warmth, commenting that it hurt too much to cry.
And you almost feel bad for this
A6's
thing.
core body temperature measured to be 41.2 degrees Celsius. Technicians
Is
were
that
unable to
technically
locate
a fever?
pulse.
I mean, they
MRI
don't have a
indicated
circulatory system, so...
A reinforced concrete containment cell was immediately prepared for SCP-939-A6. The cell's lighting was dimmed and a large basin full of water provided at its request.
Okay.
Date: January 26th, 2001. SCP-939-A6 immersed itself in the provided water basin and remained inactive for a period of approximately 41 hours.
That's a long
at which
soak.
point it began violently tearing at its skin.
Oh.
It displayed a considerable amount of distress upon realizing its skin was sloughing off,
Ew.
but appeared unable to stop.
Is it molting?
At 22:36 hours, Dr. reported SCP-939-A6's head detached itself.
Oh.
By 22:40 hours,
That's,
it appeared morphologically identical to, albeit much smaller, than SCP-939-1.
Oh.
Addendum. February 13th, 2001.
Well.
SCP-939-A6 has been redesignated to SCP-939-101.
Oh, he's
It will be
101.
transferred to Bioresearch Area 12 for further study.
Well, that was horrifying. Could you just imagine some dude you were watching and his head just falls off? And suddenly he turns into this thing? Wonder if he can still talk.
Document number 939-101-77.
Oh wait, and he also got chopped up into 13 pieces. Why though?
Audio log. 939-101-A, number 13.
Why'd he get chopped up?
Begin log.
Explain that.
16 hours, May 22nd, 2004. Access to Cryogenic Preservation Room 939-101 granted to Dr. Access to CGPT 939-101A granted. Playing log now.
Excuse me, mister? Why are we here? It's bitterly cold, and we would like to go home now.
Why is he saying
We're very
we?
late for our bedtime, and we're very sorry. We didn't mean it. Have you seen our pictures? We like drawing. Daddy hung them on the wall, except for sometimes when the others in white coats took them away.
Who's Daddy?
Daddy told us not to draw pictures like those. They made him sad, so we did our best to draw other things. But sometimes we forgot. Sometimes Daddy hid the pictures.
Oh.
Or ripped them up.
Oh.
He told us that it wasn't that he didn't like them. He said it was to keep us safe from the mean doctors in the white coats.
What the hell were you drawing?
And the doctors took Daddy away.
So am I right then? Are those things banging people to make babies? Who's Daddy? Who's the researcher that's Daddy? It's gotta be like a researcher. Ain't no way. Didn't it say there's a transfer of doctor something, so he banged one of these creatures and made A1 through A6, and A6 is now 101. Why was he chopped up, though?
They made us get shots and told us to forget about Daddy, but we were scared of needles without Daddy around. We didn't forget Daddy. Daddy forgot us, though. We think it was the doctor's fault. Daddy wouldn't forget about us. Would he?
Oh boy.
They gave us a fake Daddy and told us it was real Daddy.
Uh-oh.
But we knew better.
Yeah, that's never a good
Doctors made
idea.
us get more shots. They kept telling us fake Daddy was real Daddy.
Oh,
But
God.
they couldn't fool us. We
He's
told
like-
them it was wrong to lie, just like Daddy told us. And then they stopped lying. They made us be ourselves, but
He's
they gave
so
us paper
close
and
to a
pencils
full-on
and
crash out.
paints, and told us we could draw whatever we wanted, so we did. Sometimes we drew Daddy, sometimes we drew what Daddy told us not to draw.
Are you drawing eating other people?
The doctors took all our pictures. Sometimes the doctors in white coats and the people with the black shirts with a lot of pockets and helmets that carried bent windows and what did Daddy call them? I forgot. They walked with us down the hall for our checkups. We didn't like those. Sometimes we had to lay in a dark place and be really, really still. Daddy would tell stories. We didn't always understand them, but we liked them anyway. There were stories about places that didn't have ceilings, where up was forever, and the ground wasn't white. We think
The
it's silly.
outside.
Everywhere has ceilings, doesn't it? After the
Sure.
doctors took Daddy away, we didn't get to hear stories anymore. And we didn't feel good. The doctors made us get loads of checkups, and we think they
Yeah.
got scared, so we got scared too. We had a really bad headache, and the lights bothered us, and so did noises. We wanted to find lots of cool water away from the bright lights until our headache went away.
Does he know his head fell off at
They
some
let
point?
us be in the dark and gave us lots of water, but the water made us itch all over.
Eee.
When we scratched, Sometimes our skin came off. We were so scared. We kept asking for Daddy, but he never showed up. Eventually, we didn't have any skin left. But it was okay because we didn't need it anymore.
Oh.
We stopped itching after that.
Good.
The lights stopped bothering us so much and the headache went away after our old head came off. Lights still bother us,
I guess he knows it came
not
off.
as much as they did. We don't see right anymore. We got so hungry. It was bad. But we ate our old skin and our old head.
Oh.
It tasted good, but it was still bad.
Oh, you can taste,
we were still
okay.
hungry after that and asked for food. They gave us food, even our favorites, but none of it tasted right to us.
Oh god, they want human flesh.
One piece of meat. We asked for more of that. They locked 2 people in the dark with us.
Oh.
We asked them not to, but they didn't listen to us.
Literal human sacrifice.
We weren't hungry for a
Okay.
while after that.
Oh, and he ate them.
We're hungry now. We're very sorry. We know lying is wrong. We didn't mean it.
Addendum.
Wait, lying about what?
20th, 1992. Effective immediately, use of AMNC-227 as an amnestic is suspended indefinitely.
Oh god, what happened?
Consult Incident Report AMNC-227-939 for further information.
What did they do?
This is Incident AMN C-227-939.
It was more than just an
SCP
amnestic,
involved,
wasn't it?
SCP-939. Description. On January 30th, 1992, a statistical rate of missing persons reports more than times the national average was noted amongst civilians administered AMN C-227 following the capture of SCP on November 28th, 1990, 2 kilometers northwest of. Pending further investigation, use of AMN C-227 was suspended.
Were they
On
luring
January
people?
31st, 1992, field agents and were dispatched to the area to investigate. Through collaboration with local law enforcement, agent was able to secure an interview with James. Approximately 7 months prior to the arrival of field agents, James reported 3 individuals missing under suspicious circumstances. All had been previously administered AMN C-227.
Does it make the people that got administered the amnestic want to find the source? Want to go towards SCP-939? I mean, I'm assuming they use it for hunting, so I feel like maybe.
Document number 939-73. James. Interview number 1. Interviewed James. Interviewer, Agent something. Forward. This interview is being conducted by myself, Agent, in order to confirm or refute the possibility of a link between the disappearance.
That's a lot of redacted text.
And what reported by James on the 5th of June, 1991. And prior administration of AMN C-227 to all 4 named individuals on the 28th of November, 1990. Thank you for taking the time to meet with me, Mr. To begin, I'd like you to relate the events of June 5th in as much detail as you can. Okay. We called some friends, and we decided to go for a hike. Just sort of buck about in the woods, you know? It was a nice enough day out, and we had nothing better to do.
Suddenly go into a trance? Superfluous dialogue redacted.
Until I commented on a feeling of deja vu. Gave me a funny look, and she said she felt it too. We all did. Must have been the only smart one. He got creeped out and went home. The rest of us were curious and decided to look into it.
Well, that's always bad.
I mean, when have you ever heard of 5 people all feeling deja vu at the same time? Can't say I ever have. Please continue. It got even stranger. The feeling of familiarity got stronger and stronger as we neared.
Is that where they're keeping SCP-939?
Yeah. Huge cave nearby. I don't think any of us had ever been inside.
Never mind, it's a cave.
We only had one flashlight, and it was dumb as hell in hindsight.
Okay.
But we went inside.
Kind of a lure.
The feeling kept getting stronger the further in we went. I know I keep calling it deja vu, but that's not the right way to put it. It was more of a
nostalgic
general feeling of familiarity.
familiarity. Okay.
Not like this had happened before, but something about it was just familiar. And nobody could put their finger on what. The deeper we went, the more familiar it felt. The more certain we felt we were getting closer. To what?
Oh, boy.
I don't know. None of us knew. And that's why we kept going. Did you find anything? No. Well, I don't know. I remember saying something about it getting late.
Mm-hmm.
We should turn back.
That's a good
I don't
idea.
remember anything after that. Until I if
Tell you
need to
what.
take a moment, that's fine. I don't remember a fucking thing.
Okay.
Until sitting on the side of the highway. It was dark out. An officer was asking a question, telling me to stay calm until the ambulance
Getting a car crash or what?
I was all caught up, screaming about Red, begging the officer to let me go. I had to get away. Away from what? The Red!
The Red?
What was Red?
Oh god.
I just don't remember. What about your friends? They weren't with me. They think I did it. Won't listen to me. I was high on something. That I was coming down off a bad acid trip.
God, he's stuttering.
Said I kept screaming at the ambulance, flashing lights, that they were gonna get me. I don't remember that. But Red makes me feel uneasy now.
Red makes me feel... What, did you just see a shit ton of blood?
Closing statement. My team is ill-prepared to investigate further. We will be returning in the morning to report our findings. A minimal cover-up should be necessary, depending on what's found, at least for this particular incident. To this end, I suggest Mr. James should be strongly implicated in his friend's disappearances.
Oh wow, you're an
Following
ass.
his conviction, he could be recruited from the prison system as clearance level 0 janitorial staff and transferred to whatever installation can use him.
Okay, I thought he was gonna say we can bring him in as a Class D personnel after he's been convicted. No, okay, at least in janitorial staff, I guess that's just to keep an eye on him. I thought they were going with, we can use him for some experiments. No, okay.
Agent reported the possibility of an SCP-939 den in the area, and eradication detail was dispatched to investigate. SCP-939 presence was confirmed within and destroyed by February 6, 1992.
God damn, how many were in there?
On February 20th, 1992, Dr. confirmed the sensation of familiarity reported by James was solely attributable to a hitherto undocumented effect of a second exposure to aerosolized AMNC-227 following a first exposure of an individual to ECT. This sensation appears to act as a lure in those affected by AMNC-227, drawing them toward higher concentrations, most often centering around dens of SCP-939.
Okay, so it wasn't just like a delayed effect. I thought it was delayed effect. No, it's like a two-step authentication. Damn, the organization fucked up by giving people those amnestics now. Jesus, they probably killed... How many people could they have killed because of that? They never would have been exposed to that, AMNC-227 if not for, the... if not for the... organization giving it to them. Damn, it sucks for them. So they just died because of it.
Addendum. March 1st, 1992. AMN C-227 aided tracking of SCP-939. We can use this. Anyone exposed to a concentration high enough for temporary anterograde amnesia to manifest can stalk them like bloodhounds. If they know how to identify the misplaced sense of familiarity for what it is. Based on agent retracing of the route Mr. JS and his friends followed, we know to expect an effective range of kilometers if we use this form of tracking.
Damn.
No, it can't find individual SCP-939, but it can guide us to their dens. I recommend we brief a number of field operatives on this plan. Any willing would then be exposed to AMNC-227 under controlled conditions and dispatched first to the locations of AMNC-227 use on civilian populations.
Wait, hold up. I think you should brief them after you give them the AMNC-227. Because if you brief them before and then give it to them, it's an amnestic. They're gonna forget. Right? Am I wrong? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not understanding how this works, but I think
any errant sensation of familiarity experienced by these operatives will be taken as identification of an SCP-939 den nearby and reported as such.
Unless they got handlers with them.
Eradication teams will be dispatched to investigate, destroying these dens as they are located. After this has been accomplished, I believe the dispatch of these operatives to major population centers to facilitate their securing, coupled with standard monitoring civilian, military, law enforcement, and channels of information is the best course of action to locate and exterminate SCP-939 in the wild.
I wonder how many of them are out there.
Okay.
It's gotta be a good bit.
I think that about does it for today. Thank you very much for listening.
You're welcome.
If indeed you still are.
I am.
And you were all dismissed. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Okay. First question though. Let's go back to the beginning here. How many were there? SCP-1-3-19, 53, 89, 96, 98, 99, and 109. What happened to all of them? I don't think it. I guess those are just. I guess all those are just the same. Like they're the same. I guess thing. They're. What do you call? I guess it was just a group that was captured at the same time. So they're all the same SCP. They're just given different numbers to differentiate them from each other, I guess. Because it only talked about SCP-939 itself, and then A1 through A6, which were, of course, except for A6, which turned into 101, and had a very scary story going for it. Why was it saying we, though? So yeah, I'm still standing by what I said. Somebody fucked one of these things, impregnated it. That's what's happening. That's what. Where is it? That's what that meant. It was like over here, wasn't it? It was like somewhere around here. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm assuming in the Northern Hemisphere, September 8th to October 7th is breeding. I almost said breathing for some reason. Breeding season in the Northern Hemisphere. And March 6th to April 4th is breeding season in the Southern Hemisphere. And anyone caught by one of these in that time is not eaten, but taken to Pound Town to reproduce. Because it says, see reproduction of SCP-939. And it just starts with, it gave birth. No context. Before that, it said, there are no males. And then, it gave birth. Did it reproduce asexually? No. No, it did not. And it also said they were, where it is? There, the morphology and genotypically, found them to be morphologically and genotypically indistinguishable from healthy human infants. Some dude fucked that thing. That's what happened. I can't get over that part. I'm assuming it said it used a Class B amnestic, so I'm assuming it you know, just clouded its mind and then went to town on him. Wild. And did somebody make porn of that like Mallow? Did somebody... there's gotta be one. Somebody's gotta have made one. Okay, I'm asking too many questions. I'm gonna end this here. If you want to see more SCP stuff and you like this format, go to the Volgun's channel. He's got a ton more of different SCPs that you can check out. And go watch his stuff. It's a lot of fun. And yeah, that's it for me. So until next time, y'all, thanks for watching with me, and goodbye.